Hey guys, guess what? If you said that this is another video, you've 1000% hit the nail on the head. And this video is actually a request type video, which is the first of its kind on this channel. As many of you know, I have a furry amino, and I'd received a comment on my profile not too long ago, which I didn't realize was possible. I thought you could only comment on posts, not profiles, from a fellow user whom asked me if I would ever post a shot of my entire Fursona pin collection. So, I figured, why not only post a picture, but also make a video? These aren't just pins. Yes, on the surface they look like a very awesome Fursona pins collection. But this board represents so much more than that. This represents the friendships, the conventions I've been to, the memories, just everything that I've been to. It's just the tip of the iceberg for me. And this collection, every time I look at it, it just is, it brings so many great memories back. Before I start, these pins are not for sale, or am I currently trading a single one of them right now. If you see me at a convention with my Ita bag, usually whatever is in my Ita bag is for trade. Only then am I willing to trade, or if I post in the Telegram chat or on any of my social media. So believe me, check any of my social media, as well as if you catch me at a convention, that is when I am willing to trade. Believe it or not, but I did not start out as a Fursona Pins Patreon, but I did purchase a handful of pins at MFF 2018. And actually, I should totally find that picture of how I used to display the few pins I had, because it's actually really, really funny looking at this board now versus how I started. So if I find that picture, I'm like, I'll totally flash it up, like maybe right here, so that we can all get a giggle. As well as purchasing some pins on their website before taking the plunge and becoming a Patreon. I didn't start at the tier I am at right now. I started at a much lower tier, the $15 tier, and I did work my way up, and I'm officially an ultimate tier. I love this company and think you should totally become a Patreon if you can. If you cannot, the website is an absolute great place to start. You can purchase pins. Also, hop onto the Telegram chat, the Discord chat. We're always selling and trading pins there. So don't feel like you have to become a part of the Patreon to be a part of this community. You can be a part of this community any way, shape, or form that you want to be a part of. Eye-catching, isn't it? The big board doesn't really have any rhyme, reason, or specific order. But I do try to keep all of the suits that I know belong to Sai. And then obviously these are the Creo ones. And then Sai's Kittens. And then Fenwick. And then Raz, I believe, is Fenwick's friend. And then the Yitch. But I do try to keep suits in order. So, like, I have the Dutch Angel Dragons, and then I have both of Eno and Pon's suits together because I thought that was cool. I also have Bubbles, and then I have down here, I had to move them, but I have her other two Mischief Maker suits together. So I try to keep suits that I know, or like Ploosh. I know that his kitties and his ponies I kept together, Moltar, and then I kept other of Acker's suits together, and I believe this is Acker's friend. So I try to keep, I have like the Winters together. I have this guy. I kind of should move Leon next to all of my Zurel, and because between Leon and these pins right here, these guys came from Norway, which I think is super cool, and then this guy came from London, which I think is super cool. I think those are the pins that came from the farthest away. I do have the most recent, if you can see, running down the side, the most recent Kickstarter, the Canine Kickstarter running down the side. I recently did have the chance to purchase the first round of the It Kickstarters, but since they were one-post pins, I opted not to because I'm not a big fan of the one-post pins because they just spin. However, like in hindsight, it's 2020 because they would have been cool to add to my collection because I know that you can't get them anymore. So it's, you know, like one of those things where it's like, it would have been cool, but it's okay. I have the dragon eggs. You can kind of see down here. I have Shoe and the night variant. I'm still looking for the day variant. I have my LED frostbite pin, which is constantly moving because I have absolutely no idea what to do with it. It's just so big. I've actually honestly thought about selling that pin a few times or trading it away to get rid of it. So I have my lantern foxes. Fun fact, these two lantern foxes are probably the most expensive pins in my collection. I'm not telling you how much I spent on them. I got the red one at MFF, and then I purchased these two off of somebody in the chat. They are seriously my pride and joy. I love them. You can see like I have this missing spot here. I have that berry in my Ita bag. I actually don't have the, the Patreon berry. I'm giving him to a friend. All the pins that I get that I either don't want, don't like, don't want, for whatever reason, I tend to give them to my friend who can't afford to be in the Patreon and can't afford the, excessive amount of pins that I, obviously, as you can see, have acquired. So yeah, I like to give back to her as well, because I feel like this community is super giving and awesome. So, yeah, I mean, I got my Whoopi pins. I love these. I got the original Whoopi at AC, and then I recently bought that one from Whoopi. I got Revolio, who is my absolute favorite pin, from somebody who was selling their pins at AC last year. I am hoping that I can find Hex, because, Hexus, he was literally my holy grail of pins. Down here I have, these are the sponsor pins. You can kind of see I got my sponsor pins down here of those who have sponsored, gotten a slot and sponsored. Up here is the characters. And you can kind of from this board see how I started because like I only have that guy. I did buy that off of somebody recently, but I originally, as I said, started at the $15 tier. So originally I was only getting like one pin. And then like I do have all of the Foxberries because I did buy that Foxberry on Black Friday. Otherwise, only recently I have upped to the, as I said, ultimate tier. So I have all of the deer. And then in my Ita bag, I have all of the foxes. But currently in my Ita bag, I have the most recent Patreon. So right here is my 2-inch pin board. I absolutely love these guys. I got more of the dog Kickstarters. This guy is awesome. I think of a Skylander whenever I think of him, Pinata, for any of those that remember him. So this pin right here, I literally just opened last night. Awesome. It's the variant. Love it to death. So seriously, so cool. I can't wait to get the variant of this guy. Believe he's black and blue, which is cool. This board I am saving for my Pride pins. I'm super excited. And then you can see I have just a few other pins up there, but this one I'm saving for my Pride pins. You can see I got my unopened dog bomb, and I actually found a card protector sleeve to slip him in so that if I ever get the need to sell him, the want to sell him, he is protected. And then this board is a mix of my Persona pin, which is the sister company, and then I have a few convention pins, and I, for the most part, try to only buy pins of cons I've been to. However, there are a few exceptions. I know that the little monster guy was, I believe, he was a sponsor. I did buy the Cyber Bun because I just thought it was cute and it was up on their shop. The Denver sponsored Persona pins, that's how I got those. And then the Megaplex bunnies, which I do go back and forth with if I should sell them or not, because as much as I would love to go to Megaplex, I didn't actually go to Megaplex. I don't know anybody in Florida to go to Megaplex with, so they might wind up in my bag at some point for trades. But yeah, I love this collection. This collection is always changing. It is always evolving. You know, right now as I sit here making this, these pins are what's on this board. A month from now, it could 100% change. And I'm not saying by like all of these pins could change. I'm saying that maybe, you know, Bananos will be traded for a different pin. So yeah, this is my pin collection. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Do you collect Persona pins? Or pins in general? Do you have a favorite Persona pin? Or a pin in general? I think that my favorite pin has to be Kimmy. Thank you all so very much. Each and every single one of you. There have been a ton of new people recently. Like, seriously, my mind is blown. So thank you all so much for being here with me. And for helping to make this channel what it is. Because honestly, this channel is you guys. This isn't me. I simply just make the content. You guys seriously help me make this channel what it is. So stay amazing. I'm Kyrie, clearly a Persona pin addict, and your TheWiLioness, and I will catch all of you guys in the next video. Bye! Meow. I mean...